I think I need a new toothbrush. This wasn't my toothbrush, actually, but the dogs got a hold of it, and I thought it'd be funny to um, brush my teeth with it on here. I'm not going to, but it would be pretty funny. That's disgusting. It's just nasty. I think it was one of the ones that. See, my wife brushes her teeth with charcoal every now and again, or ash, or I don't know, it's some nasty shit, and it makes her teeth black until she rinses it. But apparently, it removes all bacteria and stuff like that, and I can see the black on it. It's just so gross. It's one of those things that you find it and you're like, oh, I don't like that. It doesn't make me feel too good about myself. I'm going to talk about myself tonight. By the way, this is the Road to 40, and I'm Jason Oliveira, in case you didn't know. Oh, sorry, little microphone mascot chicken thing. We got to give him a name. He's been around for quite a few episodes now. I hope I don't lose him. He's very little. It's vacuum fodder. Like, there's so many. Oh, have you ever seen the Legos? They're not Legos. They're another company. They're smaller than Legos. They're like half the size, maybe a third the size of Legos. They're really small. And you can build some crazy shit with it. But that is vacuum fodder. Like, I don't see that stuff. Like, I try to pick up Legos because I hate losing a Lego. Even every single Lego that goes down because of the vacuum cleaner. We have a little service for it here, and lots of little Lego guys show up and they cry, single tears. They're just stuck there. I'd really like to do one of those Lego Star Wars, like the Falcon. I would love to put together the Millennium Falcon. I'm not a huge fan of playing with Legos anymore. I mean, I love playing with Legos, don't get me wrong, but I'm 30 goddamn 9 years old. I don't have time to play with Legos. I love Legos, though. You know what else I love? The Sims. And the new one comes out tomorrow, and I'm really excited about it. There's a few things they left out I'm a little disappointed in. A few things that were added that I'm very excited about. So I think it's going to be pretty good. I've always been a huge Sim fan. I loved Sim City. I mean, I remember the first one. I remember before that you had like Populous. Do you remember that? That you were kind of a god creature. You could level land and put bases and stuff like that. It was kind of like the Sim City before Sim City. And SimCity obviously was way better. But Populous was a really good game, and I've always loved those simulation games where you're basically the god of this universe. Sure, you have an avatar on the board, but I mean, you're really just kind of molding the world. I like stuff like that. You know this. You know this about me. You know that I hope that that's heaven. How would you feel about it all just going black? Like, I think that's just the sign to live your life fully, right? I mean, that's truly what it is. The hard thing is just, well, let me talk to you about what I want to talk about first. All right. I have a few songs that I've written that use the phrase 7 stars. And in one song, it's very specific. It says, "You have 7 stars around your wrist. I have 7 stars around mine." It changes everything. Our ink will always shine. Not the greatest lyrics I've ever written, but on a personal level, it makes a lot of sense. See, me and my best friend Corey, have this tattoo, and I think that's an awesome thing. Like, sure, somebody else could go get 7 stars around their wrist, but that's, I don't know, kind of our thing. And I've used it in lyrics a lot, and it has a lot of meaning behind it. The 7 major heavenly bodies, the 7 years that I lived with my father. Obviously, my best friend and I sharing the tattoo, and it was the first one I ever got, and it didn't come out perfect. And I've often thought about like the guy that did it just wasn't a very good tattoo artist. Like, you should be able to get a really sharp star, even at that size. Like, and these are all pretty dull. So I've always thought about maybe putting a band around it and filling it in with like a pattern or a color, and then just sharpening these up. I think that would be okay. I mean, the 7 stars is nice too, but I've always wanted like a wristband of like some kind of a material or a fabric or something like that. The hard thing is a lot of body space has been used up. Like, I've got my barrel of monkeys here, and this nipple has a blue and purple sun around it. I've got a dragon on my leg. Obviously, this tree, I didn't completely come up with a design for this tree. I found this online and I kind of modified it, the pattern, style, and stuff. So, and then my wings, and then I've got my stars on either forearm, which were my coming and going from Massachusetts. When I got a gift certificate from my wife to get a tattoo from this guy, Maddie, we know. He's a good artist. The problem is I'm really picky about getting a tattoo. I've got to know that I want that tattoo for the rest of my life. And obviously I can't see the future. However, in that moment, if it's strong enough to move me and mean something, then that means I should probably get it. Because I can work things around it later on or whatever, but I don't know what I want to do next. I really don't. I have a lot of ideas. I mean, I would love to have full sleeves. There's some, or at least one. But the problem is like, I have occupied so much space. I know I want a moon here, but I also kind of want to silhouette this with a moon. And I thought, I can't really do two moons on one arm. So I could do a crescent over here. It doesn't necessarily have to be a moon. I should just get a croissant. Like a moldy croissant. Like right here. I know, that's not making sense. You know, so it'd be there. Who else has a moldy croissant tattoo? Yeah. Anywho, I got a question. I got a cool question I came across. Actually, it's what spawned this idea. Oh, look at this. This next question has the word tattoo in it, so I'll read that next. When did you last cry in front of another person by yourself? I don't know. A while. For both. No, but I don't oppose it. I do it often enough, and it feels good after, usually. But that made me think of this tattoo. This is hopefully kanji for morning, M-O-U, R-N-I-N-G. R-N-I-N-G, yeah. So after I hadn't cried since my father died my uncle died until I got that tattoo. For some reason, I bottled a lot inside, and I didn't let it go, and I held on to it, and I felt like part of it was because I was afraid that if I did, I would let go. Like if I let my pain out, like I would let a big part of who I was go. You know what I mean? And you can't let events in your life define you, or define you. I think when you do, you hang on it for so long, and you let it control who you become. And as soon as you let go of that person and you become who you're supposed to become, I don't know. Sometimes we do things like that, I think, as a human species. This is the first CD I ever recorded. That's my best friend Corey on the CD art. Back then, pressing CDs was really expensive. Like, no, people were still doing tapes. So we made the decision that obviously we were at that point where, yes, you do CDs, you don't do tapes anymore. Even though we knew bands were still putting tapes out, like, around us. I was like, no, you got to be at least one step above. You have to be, if you ever want to make it or try to make it in the music industry, I think you have to dedicate your life to doing that. You know what I mean? Like, it's also luck and knowing people, but I think if you truly commit yourself to the art, I think you have a better chance than someone who doesn't. It was called Taste the Music. I don't know why. Mario wanted Taste the Music. Stupid. 1995? Yeah, I think we did this before the end of the year. 95, so that's 2005. So next year, the 20th anniversary of Taste the Music. That's so crazy. I would love to play some of these songs for you. I'd love to make some videos, because the quality of these are bad. By the time Lunch Meat Circus was on its way out, it was writing some of the best music I don't know, at the time that I'd ever heard. That's how I feel. I just do. But these were the roots, you know what I mean? It's just funny, because we have another shot where he'd chewed up a brownie. It was just too gross, though. And it's so weird. Look at the quality, how terrible, like, the printing on CDs was. It's just bad. Now you can... Well, now these are almost obsolete. Isn't that crazy? I remember 8 tracks. I remember VHS and Beta, and I remember these huge video discs that they did. Discs. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I know most of you, well, my older friends and watchers and stuff, a Nickelodeons know that there are certain words that I hate to say. But probably the first or second word I hate to say is discs. 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 Oh, it's just awkward for the mouth and the tongue region. It's just no good. But now, like, discs are obsolete. You know, Blu-ray is still around, but I don't think we're going to see another generation of hardware. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think we're going to see DVD players or Blu-ray players or whatever the next thing would be, unless it's all like kind of like you're seeing with what's a Roku and Apple TV and Amazon Fire TV or whatever. All these little things, they're just like you know, that's the future. As long as they can broadcast in the highest quality as a disc that you could buy in the store. Disc is fine. Discs bad. Then I think that's the way that the world is gonna go. You know what I mean? It makes sense. The less you have to have. Like, I think it's nice not having things. Like, and that's why for a long time I was against, you know, the ebooks and stuff like that. But you know what? If I really want to read those books, I'd rather not put money towards the killing of more trees. I guess that's just the dirty little hippie in me. I don't know. It's who I've become. Oh, what was this next one anyway? If, by having a 2-inch by 2-inch tattoo, you could save 5 lives and prevent a terrorist attack, would you do so? Oh yeah, why not? That's fine. You could just do a black block. I wouldn't care if that was the case. 5 lives and prevent terrorist attack. Absolutely. I mean, you know, I'll get quite a few of them to do that. If you were allowed to select the location and design, where would you have it, and what would the design be? You know, I think that's exactly what I'd be. It would definitely be visible. I think I would do like, well, I want to get a purple star right here, but here maybe just a black box. Well, if it's gonna be 2 by 2, that's pretty big actually. So maybe diagonal. Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like come something like that, and then you could always just be like, yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't ask. I mean, I wouldn't do it. I mean, obviously, I would do it for the people and avoiding a terrorist attack. But hey, you know what I mean? Maybe there's an organization you could turn them on to be like, yeah, if you get one of these tattoos, you'll save 2 people's lives in a terrorist attack. Although, it's kind of a little bit like snake oil, isn't it? I found a wine I'm going to try tonight. It's not really a wine. It's just some cheap malt beverage, I'm sure. No, it is Moscato, but it's Cherry Moscato by Ocean Mist. See, if you don't know this about me, I'm a real manly drinker. I don't like beer. I don't really like whiskey or scotch. I think it's very strong. In the winter, it's not too bad if you're outside and just sipping it. But it's one of those drinks where I'm not used to being a sipping drink. Well, I do sip a lot, but I sip a lot. If I did that with like scotch, Jesus Christ, I'd be dead in a few years. You know what I'm saying? Still not used to having my hair short again. Since I was about 10 years old, I've had long hair on and off. And it wasn't until... somebody hacked my hair once accidentally. Like, it was just, well, not accidentally. They were just a terrible hair person. This is going back to probably like 97, 98, something like that. That was the first time I cut it because I had to. Well, I didn't have to, but it would have looked really weird for a while. And then after that, there came a time where I think I did just get bored with it, and I was just like, or it might have been at my wedding. It was 2006. I mean, yeah, on and off. No, I had short hair once. Before I left Massachusetts, I cut it short. Probably about a year before I left. But since then, I've had long hair pretty much continuous. So it's always weird when I do cut it. I really like it short. The problem is there are those days when I wish I had long hair. When I feel too I don't know, I hate to say this, but normal. Like, not many guys have long hair now, and I really like long hair. I like having it, but when my hair gets so long and I always have it in a ponytail, it just starts pulling, and it's just like, after a while, I'm like, why do I even have long hair? It's always in a ponytail. And it's because, like, there may be those very rare occasions I want to let it down. Like at night when I did these, like, I didn't care. I just took it out because I didn't have to have it up. But now it's like, oh, there's no hair there. Anywho, thanks for sticking around, guys. Yeah, that's where I'd get it. Yes, I would get it done. If you're loving these as much as I'm loving making them, please pass them along to anybody who you think might like them. And I forgot to mention this. This is big news for me. And for you guys, I think, too. But for me, a lot. We hit 50 subscribers today. Like, that is a great number. Like, my goal for this whole year was 100. If I could get 100 subscribers, if I could meet, 60 new people, like I'm sure 40 people I know. Like, if I could meet, 60 new people through this and share my life with them and, take this road together. And maybe maybe we'll do a Kickstarter and we'll do an end of the road party in Portugal. That would be awesome. We'll see. I don't know. If we can get to that 100 mark, sure. If we can get to 200, definitely. If we can get to 500, I'd be like, yes, we can do this. I think it'd be fun. Be like a yearly thing where we meet somewhere in the world. Anybody who wants to. They don't have to. I don't know. It's just a thought. I'm throwing it out there. You guys have a great night. Don't forget to make somebody smile tomorrow. Do your best to make some stranger smile tomorrow. That's right. I said it. Go out of your comfort zone. Make the world spin a little bit happier together. Make yourself a better person tomorrow by being a better person to the world. To the world around you, to the world that you live in, to your very home. Make the world a better place. Why not? That's what I say. Jason Oliveira, this is The Road to 40. I will see you guys tomorrow night.